Hi there, I'm Ashley and I'm a full-time artist. My morning started out with my creative team, Max and Wookie, and it took us a little longer to get to work this particular morning because I left a little too late and the Great Smoky Mountains train was already moving through the intersection, which meant a small town traffic jam. Once at work, I put on my apron, unpacked my bag, and organized for the morning. I always bring my laptop, my calendar, and my journal, and typically some prints that I need to trim, sort, and package. Just a quick disclaimer, I actually filmed this 2 weeks ago, but town has been really crazy. We're a huge destination for the fall leaves changing since we're in the middle of the Smoky Mountains and also right near the Blue Ridge Parkway and Chirrahalla Skyway. All of a sudden our town will go from sleepy to standstill traffic as people rush to see the fall colors. We've had our share of a few standstill traffic jams in town, which is always the talk of the local social media pages. Anyway, I'm finally making time today, a Monday, to edit and post this. My first big task for the day was to sort and package the prints that I brought to the store. These 5x7 prints were made from paintings that I did a few years ago for a January challenge. For that challenge, I set out to paint 30 angels in 30 days, and each painting was on an 8x10 canvas, and I stitched a small metal individual number tag to each one. Once the paintings were sold, I put out a poll on social media so people could vote on their favorite ones, and I ended up with 8 top favorites that I would package and sell as a print card set. I market these sets as 5x7 prints, but also as note cards with envelopes because some people like to frame them and others just like the idea of note cards. A little pro tip, it's much easier to apply the front label before the pack is sealed because sometimes air will get trapped inside and then it's not a completely flat surface. After I finished all of the packs of note cards, I let the dogs out for a quick break. Poor Max is still getting used to having no teeth left, and he's not sure what to do with his tongue yet. Next, I walked down the street to get my lunch, and the fire department was having a pretty busy day. I got my usual junkyard salad from the Raven's Fork food truck and then sat down to relax for a little bit and listen to Netflix. I'm running out of things to watch, by the way, so I've been rewatching Ozark and Breaking Bad, but I'd love to know if you have any suggestions on favorite shows to binge, but preferably ones that don't require me to concentrate too much. My project for the afternoon was working on a bunch of these little 5x7 landscape paintings. I do these in various sizes, and I have a set palette that I use for them. These are fairly simplistic landscape scenes of the Smoky Mountains, but I layer them over and over with different paint colors over a few days. I also end up framing these landscapes as well. As the paintings were drying, I did a little restocking, including these tea towels that are always a staple in my store. They are handmade in nearby Asheville by artist Daphne under the name High Fiber. Then it was time for a break, so I put a sign on the door and took the dogs out. I have to pick up Max now because he's almost completely blind and he can't even navigate his way to the front door without running into something. I know someone left a comment a while back that there was too much emphasis on my dogs in my videos, but my dogs are a huge part of my workday, so that's not going to change anytime soon. Also, look how cute Max is. After a short walk, it was time to get back to work. And also, just again for additional emphasis, look how freaking cute Max is. I had someone picking up a large painting that they had commissioned and purchased, and I'd been procrastinating on adding hanging hardware, so I decided to get that done. Then I went ahead and wrapped up the painting so that it would be ready to go. One thing that annoys me about my store studio sometimes is that I don't have a large flat work area. It's just really awkward wrapping up large pieces of artwork. But at least I have a lot of space in the rafters of the studio to store finished works. Once I had the painting stowed away again, I had a few dog prints to trim and package, so I got right into trimming those. I know I started my dog series, but I regret to tell you that I've only finished 5 breeds so far. Only 200 more to go. I also had a chance to varnish this frog painting that I had made for my daughter. It's all taped up on the sides because I actually had painted it on a piece of home goods art that I purchased just for the frame. I'd been staring at my windows all day and kept seeing the glare of fingerprints, so I finally decided late afternoon that I would clean them. I also designed this new sticker for my window too, and they're available in my Etsy shop if you're interested. I did a little bit more restocking, and then I opened up a package of bear stickers that I had printed. I was trying to figure out a good way to display what is in each pack, but it was the end of the day and I kind of lost steam before settling on an idea, so I just decided to put them back in the bag for now. Then I took my recycling down the street to my husband's store and grabbed a Twix bar for all my hard work. Then it was finally time to head home. On my way home, I picked up a few of my hot street signs from around town since it's finally cooling off too. When I got home, I did end up sorting and packaging some trout prints as well. This is a set of 6 trout prints from 6 larger trout paintings that I've done. I do feel like these always sell really well around the holiday, maybe because it's an easy gift to purchase for someone who likes fish and fly fishing. And that was it for a day in my life as an artist. As always, thank you for watching, and if you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.